heard about you. Let it never be said that...
I wish there were more people like you in the world. I want you to have this. I hope it helps keep you safe. It does. Thank you.
There aren't some good people left in the world.
Hey, don't mind the smell. I was just testing a few chemicals, but it's perfectly safe to breathe. Really? Yep, it's looking like it'll be a real tough book for real tough guys. And real tough gals too, of course. Here, for your services. I've saved up quite a few stim packs. Of course you may need them. We've still got 2 more chapters to go. The second chapter is going to be a bit trickier, I think. It'll cover how to handle creatures out there, for better or worse. For example, repelling mole rats, learning about mirelurks, and when all else fails, how to handle being injured. So let's buckle down and get to work on this chapter. What's first? Mole rats can burrow into almost anything and cause a lot of trouble. So I figured I'd make a chemical repellent stick for people to shoo them off. But I need it to be tested before I put the recipe to paper in the guide. So I need you to find some mole rats and test it out a bit. Don't worry about the chemicals. I handled them all the time while experimenting, and I'm perfectly fine, aren't I? How about I let you have the leftover chems I used to make it? Heck, do a thorough job, and maybe I'll let you keep the repellent itself. It'll be easy. 1 tap with the applicator, and it overwhelms their senses with a sort of feel-bad sensation. Then they're gone before you know it. You could test it out on just a few mole ratties, but for real testing, try it on 10 or more. There should be plenty in the Tepid Sewers downtown. Oh, I can't wait to hear how the repellent's working. Oh, it's perfectly fine and made from organic ingredients. Well, it affects things, organs. That's close enough to being organic, right? Either way, it's perfectly safe. Heck, once it got into food for Jericho, and he never even knew. Good luck with that research.
Adventure of the hero of the wastes. Mr. Vault 101 was spotted over in Arrow, where the settlement has been hit pretty hard lately by a marauding gang of riotous ruffians. But it would seem that after 101 made a little...
Good evening, sir. What can I do for you? 2 atoms are in a bar. One says, I think I lost an electron. The other says, are you sure? To which the other replies, I'm positive. I'll be sure and tidy up while you're away, sir.
Well, look at this. We got us a wanderer all the way out here in Wilhelm's Warf. You must got some important business out here to be wandering around, but 'tain't none of my beeswax what you're doing. But if you're interested in trading, maybe we can help each other. My boys are hunting lurks. Finest meat you could get, but it don't move around in your stomach like mole rat does. Right dangerous, those things. Just as soon take your head off as look at you. Watch yourself out here. They're all over. Some fellas came out here a while ago that said they was looking for some do-gooder that came out from one of them vaults. I told them I ain't seen nobody like that and sent them on their way. They might still be around here, though, if you think you can help them. Always good to hear. Let's see what you got. Y'all come back now, you hear?
Hey there. Thanks for not attacking us. Most people don't tolerate ghouls. We were on our way to Underworld, but we couldn't make it past the super mutants. So now we're just going to find our own place in the Wasteland. It's a city of ghouls. It's the only place in the Wasteland that belongs to our kind. It's hidden inside the Museum of History. Then leave. We'll do just fine without you.
That's me, kids, coming to you tape from my fortified bunker in the middle of the DC hellhole. Ain't like that. Got lots of stuff going down in post-apocalyptia these days. Here's some of the latest news. An update on a certain crazy dude from Vault 101. Let's call him the Keeper. The Keeper of promises, of secrets, of his own destiny. Mr. Vault 101 was spotted over in Arafu, where the settlement has been hit pretty hard lately by a marauding gang of riotous ruffians. But it would seem that after 101 made a little solo sojourn in the murky depths of Mercenary Station, the attacks stopped. The cherry on top? He emerged a short time later with a lad named Ian West, who presumably had been taken captive in the latest raid. So what happened down there in the stinking, slinking subway tunnels? Friendly chit-chat? Or a classic case of shotgun diplomacy? In the end, I guess it doesn't really matter. Arafu is quiet once more, thanks to the efforts of the Lone Wanderer from Vault 101. Thanks for listening, children. This is Three Dog, ow! And you're listening to Galaxy News Radio. We're Radio Free Wasteland, and we're here. Now, some music.
Times have changed. Wound the clock since the Puritans got the shock when they landed on Plymouth Rock. If today any shock they should try to stem, landing on Plymouth Rock would land on them. In older days, a glimpse of stocking was the thought of something shocking, but now God knows anything goes. Good authors too, who once knew better words, now only use four-letter words, writing prose. Anything goes. If driving fast cars you like, if low bars you like, if old hymns you like, if bare limbs you like, if Mae West you like, or me undressed you like, why nobody will oppose. When every night the set and smart is intruding and nudist parties in studio. anything goes. When Mrs. Ned McLean, God bless her, can get Russian red to yes, then I suppose anything goes. When Rockefeller still can hoard enough money to let Max Gordon produce his show, anything goes.
Oh!
The world has gone mad today. Bad today, and black yesterday. Today's night today, and that's yesterday. Gave a cent today, once had several chateaux. When folks who still can ride in jitneys find out Vanderbilts and Whitney's black baby clothes, anything goes. When Sam Goldwyn can, with great conviction, instruct Anna stand in diction, then Anna shows anything goes. When you hear that Lady Mental standing up, now does a handspring landing up on her toes, anything goes. Just think of those shots you got, and those knocks you got, and those blues you got from those news you got, and those pains you got in anything you got from those little radios. So Mrs. R, with all her trim, can broadcast the bed from Simmons, 'cause Franklin knows anything goes.
Well, I'm a mighty, mighty man. I'm young and I'm in my prime. Yes, I'm a mighty, mighty man. I'm young and I'm in my prime. Well, I don't pick my jobs. I'm ready for any old kind. Yes, I'm a real young man, a brand new 25. Yes, I'm a real young man, a brand new 25. Well, I'm willing, I'm able, I'm frantic, much alive. Well, I'm 6 feet tall, I ain't no hand-me-down. Yes, I'm 6 feet tall and I ain't no hand-me-down. Well, I got a gal in town who calls me Good Rockin' Brown. Well, when you want me hollering, I'll be there on time. Well, when there's what to do, send for the mighty one. Yes, when there's what to do, you better send for the mighty one. Yes, he'll stay on the job until the job is done.
Hey everybody, this is Three Dog, your friendly neighborhood disc jockey. What's a disc? Hell if I know, but I'm gonna keep talking anyway. See, we've got a bit of news. Just listen to this. Special report. It's just in. That kid from Vault 101 is not just an urban myth. Oh, he's real, all right. This, faithful listeners, is the story of a little boy. A little boy named Brian Wilkes. You see, Brian's from Gradage, a small settlement that was recently overrun with overzealous giant ants. Brian, sadly, was the sole survivor. That's where the kid from Vault 101 comes in, and where our story, thankfully, gets better. You see, not only did Mr. Vault 101 stop the ant problem, he also found little Brian Wilkes a new home. So if you see Brian and his new parents, wish them all good luck. Oh, and 101, nice work. Until next time, this is Three Dog, ow! And you're listening to Galaxy News Radio, bringing you the truth, no matter how bad it hurts. Lordy, I just love that Vault Boy. Hole Dweller one day, paragon of all that is good and right in the world the next. And he's been busy. Now, I've got new reports from a settlement known as Big Town that Mr. Vault Guy has helped them out with one hell of a mess. Something about a rescue from super mutants, if you can believe that. Nice going, kid. Thanks for listening, children. This is Three Dog, ow! And you're listening to Galaxy News Radio. We're Radio Free Wasteland, and we're here for you. Now, some music.
Wish on the moon and look for the gold in a rainbow, and you'll find happy times. You'll hear a tune that lives in the heart of a bluebird, and you'll find happy times. Though things may look very dark, your dream is not in vain. For when do you find the rainbow? Only after rain. So wish on the moon, and someday it may be tomorrow. You will suddenly hear charm.
Look, I don't want to be rude, but I don't trust strangers.
And you'll have your happy time.
It appears you've been wounded, sir. May I suggest you utilize your infirmary?
On the moon, and someday it may be tomorrow. You will suddenly hear chimes, and you'll have your happy time.
Welcome home, sir.
Here. You've done so much for us. I want you to have this. It's all I have to offer you. You're an example to us all.
God bless the USA and nowhere else.
Oh, I can't wait to hear how the repellent's working. Oh, excellent! Substantial field testing, precise reports, and such dedication. Oh, what more could I ask for in a research assistant? So, how did my chemical repellent work? Safe and clean like a charm, I'll bet. What? You're kidding, right? Oh, wait, you aren't kidding. Probably a metabolic reaction to the chemicals. I should mention that. Proper handling of mole rats could be important if they could be domesticated. Milked, maybe? Anyway, keep the repellent. Oh, but for your trouble, here. Have the leftover chems from working on the repellent. I'm sure you can find some use for them. There's a lot we don't know about mirelurks and how intelligent and dangerous they are. That definitely deserves research. I hesitate to ask, but I'll need to examine the effects of serious physical trauma. I wouldn't ask if I couldn't fix you up afterwards, of course. And that should be it for the second chapter. Which do you want to check out? Mirelurks are a big threat in some areas, and knowing more about them can help people learn to avoid or even outsmart them. So I picked up this observer device to study them in their natural habitat. I need you to hide one in one of the spawning pods in their lairs. While you're working on that, I'll be following up on a lead I've got for a couple stealth boys. When you're done, they're yours. And who knows, maybe we'll learn something useful from the mirelurks. That's great. I recommend the nest at the Anchorage Memorial. I knew a trader who talked about the mirelurks down there. Just go inside and find one of their spawning pods, probably down near the water. Put this observer inside and get out quietly. And be sure not to kill any mirelurks inside their nest. If you do, it could ruin the validity of the study. Absolutely. I'll bet you haven't been thinking about the guide as much as I have. Oh, I'm writing up the second chapter right now. It's called Thrive. It covers the various ways to get ahead and stay ahead of the various predators out there, and how to patch yourself up if you don't. So, are they intelligent? Do they have a leader? Some sort of king? Or priests? Or some sort of scaly community center? Okay, yes, they're jerks. But if they're intelligent, we can get them to stop and train them. Oh, maybe we could even ride them. Oh, that'd be fun. Absolutely. I'll bet you haven't been thinking about the guide as much as I have. Well, it'll help humanity rebuild, right? I mean, who doesn't want to help humanity? Besides, it's bound to work out better than some of my other projects. I mean, with you helping and all, how could it go wrong? Well, a little before you first arrived, one of my experiments had a little accident. I mean, how could I have predicted the centaur would think my assistant smelled tasty? But nothing bad like that could happen with this book. It's a great plan, and it'll make up for everything else. You got it, super research assistant. Hey, I should get you a costume or something. Absolutely. I'll bet you haven't been thinking about the guide as much as I have. Why, I'm an inventor, a tinkerer, and a general genius of junk. One person's junk is another's treasure, you know. And traders bring in lots of junk, so I get dibs on anything particularly nifty. Sure, I don't have as much to sell, but it's more fun this way. The info you're bringing back is great. Looking forward to more.
says not to talk to you.
Good to see you.
Hello.
So, are they intelligent? Do they have a leader? Some sort of king? Or priests? Or some sort of scaly community center? I'll bet most people would have just gone in there, guns blazing without half a thought. But not you. You're the best research assistant ever. I've been getting a good signal, but what do you think about them from your first-hand observations of them? Oh, really? Maybe their leader figures are bred, sort of like ant queens. I wonder if relocating a Mirelurk king would prompt the others to move. Some of these observations about their armor and camouflage gave me an idea for reinforced, neutral-colored headgear. Consider it thanks for not interfering with them. Oh, speaking of which, take these, so you can continue to avoid them in the future. Great! I never get to study anyone who's severely injured. Not without them crying to be fixed right away or trying to bleed out and all that. But obviously, you can handle a lot of abuse. So if I'm ever going to find a good example of human anatomy and injury resistance, it'd be you. Next time you get badly injured, return here so I can examine you before I heal you up. I mean, you're going to get yourself hurt anyway, right? Did you know when bones break and re-heal, they grow back tougher? In a way, you'd be repaying yourself. Once I make sure you survive, of course. But in a more tangible way, I can give you a modified environmental suit of mine. How's that sound? Wow, what a great research assistant you are. I mean, really, that's dedication. Demonstrating how to withstand pain by getting injured? Wow! When you're ready, come back here with some serious injuries, maybe a crippled limb or two, and I'll take notes and fix you up. I'll be waiting here with plenty of bandages for you, so don't worry. Just go get horribly injured. Oh, and be careful. Well, how do you feel? Well, I could hardly be an impartial observer in that case now, could I? It'd ruin the validity of the entire experiment. Besides, you wouldn't shoot me now, would you? How about I just leave you alone for a bit?
Or in the division, we shall see our release. Burn from you with the fire of his brilliance. Each of us
Well, how do you feel? Oh, don't think of it as crippling yourself for me. Think of it as getting free treatment when you eventually end up getting yourself hurt. Well, how do you feel? Oh, I know it does, dear, but it's for a good cause. Try not to squirm so much while I take notes. Now, how would you describe the pain you're feeling? Any advice for how to keep it from being overwhelming? And remember, this is for posterity. Deadened nerves? That's probably a bad sign, you know. Like nervous system degradation type of bad. Luckily, I'm here to patch you up. Now hold still and quit fidgeting. Ugh! How can you be walking around like this? Okay, I even stitched a little smiley face in you to keep up your spirits. It's kind of hard to see from your side, though. Here, take this environment suit of mine. It will help with medical tasks, and it should help prevent the effects of exposure, too. Well, okay. If you feel you really need one. If you've got the caps, I've got the skill. What do you need? Good hunting! Good luck with that research!